What's up, Mysterious back in with another video, and today I'm going to be talking about why getting led on is way worse than getting cheated on, or it's worse than getting cheated on, for the most part. So, this isn't something I hear too much about, and it's kind of an underrated topic because, just like I said, people don't talk about it as much as I feel like they should, but I think it's also because it's a cultural thing. Like in America, I feel like leading guys on isn't as popular as like just straight up cheating. I feel like cheating is like more popular there than like leading on. So I'll get into it now, right? Leading a guy on basically just means like, oh, you say you like a guy, maybe you ask him out as if you're a girl, and like you say, oh, you like him, you kind of like love bomb him and like just tease him, and then when push comes to shove, you don't actually go out with him, and you just say no, I don't want to go out with you, and you just like you either flake or you just cut him off, or you just like you basically just fuck off after that, and you don't even like follow through with what you said you're gonna do. So why this is like way worse than cheating, I'll explain why. So in short, like pretty much if you get led on, you don't even get to be with the girl. You don't even get to like go out with the girl. You don't get to like kiss her or like get laid or anything. Like you just literally just talk with this girl, get basically humiliated, and then like nothing good comes from it at all. And the worst thing is like for a lot of guys is that if they genuinely like her, they basically show to her that they actually liked her and that they're willing to go out with her. But what the girl is doing is basically showing that like she literally never cared at all and was just like completely taking the piss out of the guy and just completely like humiliating the guy. There's some people it's like kind of like demasculine in a way. It feels like they've just been like weakened and like they've just been like made a fool out of, made fun of, like kind of just like made a joke out of in a sense. And it's just worse than cheating, I think, and I'll explain why cheating is actually not as bad. And the main reason cheating is actually not as bad is because first of all, you actually get to be with a person in the first place. Even if you break up, even if someone cheats, even if the relationship ends badly, you at least got to be with the person, and you at least got that experience. You got to experience what that's like, which is so much more than so many people have these days. Like some people never even get to experience, being with a girl. They don't even get to be in a relationship so that they can get cheated on in the first place. Like that is like hard for them, what I mean? That's like the hard part is even getting there in the first place. So like the fact like, oh, you got cheated on, like yeah, it ended badly the relationship, but you at least got to be with the girl and like, she was at least not joking in the first place. And on top of that, I don't think most people intend to be with the same person forever or like for a long time. I think most people do expect a relationship to end after like 6 months to a year, give or take. They don't really like expect a relationship to go on forever. Even if I was with like a really good looking girl, I still don't know if I would want to be with her for like years and years, or like 3 to 5 years. I don't know, maybe I would get bored, maybe I would stop caring. I don't know, like, so the fact that like, oh, the relationship ended just because you got cheated on, it's like, yeah, that's bad, and like everyone hates that, but that's not as like soul crushing as just like being like led on and just being like taken as a complete joke in every sense of the word. Because when they say like these type of jokes like, oh, I like you, I'd go out with you, and they're just making fun of you, they're basically saying that you are a joke. They're basically saying you're so like unattractive that we can actually make like a sarcastic joke about it, and pretend as if like, oh, we like you or we're going out. Like when like some people, they see like a really ugly person and they're like, oh, and they say like, oh, like that person's really good looking, or that person's for you. They'll say, oh, look at that, like to their friends, like, oh, that person's for you, and they're like obviously being sarcastic because the person's like grotesque or ugly or like deformed or something, and it's like, or like just obese. It's kind of like the same type of vibe, except maybe on a lesser degree, less blatant type of thing. It's more just like, yeah, like just being made fun of in general. And that is like really bad because it gives you this like roller coaster of emotions. Because like when you think that you're going out with this girl and everything, like your mind is going up, like your emotions are going up. You think, okay, things are actually genuinely going good. Things are genuinely going the way that you want. And then when you find out, like, oh, like she's just like, making fun of you the whole time, like everything just crashes down like really hard. It's a really like, upwards um, roller coaster of emotion and like a really hard like down, like really hard to come down from that because it's like just all of a sudden in one moment you're like, oh, like wow, we've really gone to that point. We've really gone to like this is really what's like come to it, just like being like made fun of pretty much, and just like it makes you think like, oh well, this was obviously too good to be true. Then this was too good to be true in the first place. For this to even be true, it's almost like too good to be true. It's almost as if having a girlfriend, being in a relationship it's just like too good to be true. It's almost makes it feel almost impossible because it almost feels like when you're a kid and you fall for some like giveaway or scam or some shit and you think, oh, this sounds cool, like you win all this money, and then you realize you're not gonna win anything, and then you're like, oh yeah, that seems like it was just too good to be true. It's like the same type of thing when you look back in hindsight, it almost feels like the thing that you're trying to do, the goal you're trying to get, was just like, yeah, they were giving you these like fake choosing signals and like fake love, but then like it was just like way too good to be true for you in the first place. And some people can see it because other people, they can tell if a girl is like out of your league, so like they could always tell like they're trolling, or they can tell by the tone of voice and all that. But I was never someone that could just tell if someone's like trolling me or joking, and I never understood that humor. Like I never understood why that's funny. Like it was never funny to me, that stuff. Like it was never humorous. I never laughed at it, and like to me it's not like an inside joke. If they want to say like, oh, we thought it was like an inside joke, like we thought you got it, we thought you understood that. It's like, no, I didn't. Like I don't even understand what you're talking about. Like I don't even understand why that's like even like a little bit funny to anyone, because it's just like fucking annoying and like really a waste of time, and that's my point. Is like a lot of these girls, they just don't get to the fucking point. Like they don't just get to the point. Like I theoretically, like if I message a girl like right now, I feel like I could almost meet her like today, like tonight, or like just the next day, like get to the point. Like most girls, they like beat around the bush, say, oh, I need to get to know you first, I need to wait like a week, or like they just don't get to the fucking point. Like they don't just say, okay, let's go, let's meet, let's just go do it like almost right now. Like they don't do that. They just like take their time, take a long time to respond, and they're just fucking annoying. That's kind of why I like to go to the club, is because when you're at a nightclub, you just get the girl like immediately. Like you get the girl like literally almost the moment that you're there. Like you can literally make out with the girl within like 15 minutes. Like it's not all this waiting and grueling, like waiting and having to wait for a response or anything. That's why like I think me and my friends, we like going to the club because they actually don't fuck around as much, especially here in Germany. They don't really like fuck around, and they don't have that humor in Germany like they do in the UK. It's not the same type of humor. Like they don't find that funny, and that makes me feel like, because I'm technically German on my mom's side, so like it makes me feel like, oh, I'm with my own people, because yeah, I don't find that fucking funny, and like neither do they. They don't find that like a good sense of humor either. So it's like, oh yeah, I'm with my people now. It's like, yeah, my people, like they're on the same wavelength as me, like they're in the same, thought process. But yeah, like I honestly just feel like if you've been in a relationship for like 6 months and then like the girl cheats on you, or you're a girl and the guy cheats on you, I almost feel like you're fucking lucky, because you actually got to be like there in the first place. So you actually got to be in a relationship. It's like you got cheated on, but you're lucky enough to be there, to have a relationship at all. That's the thing. Like I don't think most people expect these like things to last forever anyway. And it's a bit like having like a house and like, oh, there's like a leak in the pipe, or like there's a leak in the water pipe, or there's something wrong with like the electricity, and you're like, oh, this is so annoying. But then you have like some fucking like homeless Somalian kid who's like cannot even like drink water, can't even afford water, and is like dying on the side of the street, and he's like just begging to have a house. Like he would beg to like be in the position you are in to like be complaining. Like your biggest complaint in life is like a leaky pipe or like a electricity pole. You know, some people who don't have a house that would like just love to have one. That would just do anything to be able to live in a house, even with all the complications and everything. And that's the same thing with like girls and all these relationship problems and everything. It's like some people like even with all the complicated aspects of it, they were just killed to be in a relationship or to have a girl or whatever. So I think some people like they just don't get it. Like, and the thing is, when I told people this type of story, like these type of things, like especially to other girls, they would say, "Oh, you weren't even together. You weren't even in a relationship together. Like, why was it so annoying? Why is it so bad?" That's even worse. The fact that you don't even get to be with a person, and now you have like this just horrible story to tell, horrible stories to tell people. That's even worse than if you just were together, even for like 4 months, and then you just break up. Like at least you had the experience. But if you just have nothing, it's like, oh my god, like this is just like a pain in the ass. Like I literally can't be bothered with this. Makes me not want to leave the house. Like genuinely, just I don't even like when I have these type of interactions. I don't really want to leave the house anymore. I don't even want to see other people. I don't want to talk to other women. I just get disgusted by the female gender. Like I don't. To be honest, that's probably the most incel thing I've said. But like, yeah, like I honestly start to feel like that. Like I just get like so put off like women and just people in general and their behavior and attitude. Like is so fucking annoying. I can't even like put it into words. I really cannot explain like the pain and the feeling that I get from that. Like it really just tires me. It's draining your willpower. It's exhausting, and it really makes you question life. You know, like what's the point in that? Do you know what I mean? Because like you know when you have like a close call with a girl, you have a close call. Maybe you almost make out with her, or maybe you almost have sex with her, and then just some random like disaster just happens, and a catastrophic disaster happens to stop that from happening. That's also like another like roller coaster of emotions where you think, oh yeah, things are going good and your emotions are going up. You think things are going good, right? And then just like something bad happens and it just all comes crashing down. It's the same type of like feeling with that, you know. It's the same type of feeling. Like you get this emotional high and then you get this emotional low like immediately, and it just goes really hard. It just hits really hard. You know, the come down is really hard. Like it really is. And that's mostly what I have to say, because I think it's just because like in the UK, like there's this weird, you know, they have a weird humor, they have a weird kind of culture there, and it's just different, you know. I feel like in some places it's the culture is like different when it comes to like relationships. So I feel like in America it's more about cheating. It's more like, oh, this guy cheated or this girl cheated on a guy. But in the UK it's more just about like, oh, complicated relationships, or like having complicated relationships, and not really having like a clear understanding of what's going on, and just, you know, leading people on, joking, like taking the piss out of people. And that's the kind of vibe I get in the UK in general. Is like no one is taking their life like seriously. But I mean that in like a bad way. I mean like when you see people go to the pub and have a beer, no one's thinking about their health. No one's thinking about how they're gonna feel the next day. They're just downing beer, downing alcohol, and not caring about the future repercussions at all. They're just thinking, oh, just go and do that drug, you know, just drink, just get on it. Just get absolutely like drunk out of your face, and like just go have sex with this like skank, like just do this. Like no one's thinking about the future, like repercussions or anything. They're just thinking in the moment. They're treating everything like it's a fucking joke, and they're just having a laugh. And that's another thing I almost forgot to mention, is that these girls, whenever they do something bad, or like they could do something like genuinely bad, and they'll always just like laugh it off with humor. They'll be like, oh, I just cheated on that guy, remember when I done that? And they'll just like laugh it off like as if like it's a funny thing. And they'll be like, ah yeah, I remember that. Like they'll just laugh it off as if like that, just like the fact that to them it's a joke makes it not matter. It's like, no, you just done something really bad. You done something really bad to someone, and now you're like making it to be a joke. You're making like humor out of it, and you're just like trying to make it like a humorous thing so you can just like abscond yourself of responsibility and say, oh yeah, like it wasn't a big deal, it was just like this thing that happened. And it's like, no, let's stop right there, because that is like a huge just red flag. Like if you see a girl, like if you see a girl talk about something serious, or like even if it's like body count or like taking drugs or getting drunk, and she just like laughs it off as if it's like not a big deal, and just goes like, yeah, I used to be a whore. And they'll just like say stuff like that, like say like mention some degenerate shit they've done or whatever, and they'll just like act as if it's like it's not a big deal. And I think we should be taking this stuff more seriously. Like we should stop being so like lighthearted about these things. We should stop letting people off with this type of behavior, and we should just stop just stop acting as if this is normal. You know, like there's so many things in society that we act as if it's just like a normal thing to do, or it's just a normal thing for girls to dress like almost completely naked, and like just other things are being normalized in the world. I think we should just be way more strict about, and like as a society and us men, like we should just be way more like stern about that, because all these like little things, all these things that are happening, it's just destroying the world. It's just destroying people's lives, and causing people's lives to crumble. Do you know what I mean? And you know, guys are committing suicide over stuff like this. Guys are killing themselves, or at least thinking about it, because they're having to do all this type of bullshit. And I'm spreading awareness by making these videos, so like there's probably some people out there that can relate and like get some comfort from watching these videos and hearing me talk about this. So that's mostly what I have to say. Like I would way rather like get cheated on in a relationship that's been going on for like 4 to 6 months, than like fucking get just completely humiliated and like led on. That's pretty much like the sum of the video. And I think most people, if they actually experienced what I had like in the past, like they would agree with me. They would be like, yeah, you know what, this is fucking bullshit. Like why are they doing this, and why is this going on? Why is this going on? But yeah, that's all I've got to say. Mysterious out.